Hello lovelies, welcome back to a Lazy Sunday podcast. This is episode 9. My name is Kay, I am your host here. I am also the dyer behind Lazy Sunday Yarns. Just angle myself a bit better so you can actually see my eyes. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, it's a week late. As last time I sort of promised you every 3 weeks because I was like, I figured it out. And then we got a sofa delivered and had to build a sofa last weekend, so I have a brand new sofa sitting over there which is much comfier than the last one. So yeah, we're a week behind, but that's okay, and I have plenty to share with you now, so all the better for it. I am drinking chai latte out of my Zan and Me mug today, and I am drinking that with a splash of chocolate oat milk, which is a recent discovery slash suggestion from a lady I work with, and it was very much appreciated because it's delicious. So grab your drink, grab your knitting, and let's get started. We will jump straight into knitting. I have no FOs to share with you today, despite the fact it's been nearly a month, if not a month. It's been a month, sorry. I have been doing a lot of knitting, but lots of bits across the board. I've also started a couple of new things, but we'll cover that in a minute. And I've been doing lots of dyeing and making for you all for my shop, so we will get to that a little bit later. So we will skip past FOs and jump straight into whips. We will
start with my I've got one
back. We will start with my Felix sweater. I have worked on this pretty regularly. As I've mentioned before, this is the one I sort of tend to keep at work and tick away on in there when it's quiet, which it has been quite a lot recently. I think people are a bit cautious at the minute because there's a little bit of fear that we might go into a second lockdown, and I think people have almost, especially at least in Cornwall, have sort of done that already. It's really quiet outside, so I've had lots of time to do knitting at work, which I won't complain about, it's fine. So last time I saw you, I think I just separated for the sleeves. So I say I've done lots on it, I haven't really. This is where I was when we last spoke, so I've done all of that. But considering the amount of stitches that takes, because it's all the way around now, that's actually a fair bit of knitting, especially when I'm doing it in odd moments in between my customers at work. I am using Stylecraft Aran with wool and a nep to it. That is in the colourway Grey Jazz Nep, which is this beautiful grey with these multicolour neps to it. Hopefully you can actually see that. Hello. I absolutely adore the colourway. I tend to, when I've mentioned this plenty of times, but we'll talk about it again. I knit a lot with Stylecraft and a little bit of James Brett when I'm in work, because that is predominantly what we sell, and there is nothing worse than someone coming up to me going, I love your knitting, do you sell that wool here? And I just have to look at them and go, no, sorry. So that is predominantly what I work with when I'm in work. So this is my promo knitting basically. I have, like I say, started the body on this project, and it's just plain and pearl now, just zooming along. till I get the desired length, and then I can start on the sleeves. So yeah, that is that one. Let's move on. What's my next? I apologise for the glasses and the reflection on the glasses, but I need them to read my notes on my computer, so it's a means to an end, sorry. The next project is in my Kelly Connor Designs Feminines bag in this beautiful sort of blush pink corduroy fabric. It's very lovely, and it has a sort of like calico, I think, lining. That is holding my Zweig. So last time we spoke, this has had a lot of work done to it. I've been a bit indulgent on this project, I think. I also should have mentioned I'm wearing my Paloma sweater by Espastrico in Wendy Air mohair and West Yorkshire Spinners, their lace weight yarn, their I think Falkland wool yarn, and it is gorgeous and snuggly and turtlenecky, and we like it. Anyway, my Zweig. Last time I spoke to you, I just started the second round of colour work. I have now moved straight on past that. I was where this little toilet roll progress keeper from the Corner of Craft is. We love the Corner of Craft. I'm sure you will see this later. I have done the colour work and moved on to the body of this one. The body, slight alteration. Let's just fling that over the shoulder. So the body is supposed to be it's supposed to have these little crisscross sort of cables all down it. I wasn't really liking it in the colourway because it's a dark-ish colour. You couldn't really see them, and it was a lot of fiddly work for not a lot of payoff really. So I undid it, scrapped it, chucked it out the window, and now we are just going plain, and it's zooming along, so it's just knit. I am knitting that in my very own Pancakes with Kiki colourway. And I'm alternating skeins on that, which in person doesn't really look like much. They blend together really nicely, but I think that's picking up a bit more stripy on the camera. But I still like it. It's still beautiful. Might be biased. It is sort of my yarn baby, but it's fine. I'm showing you back to front, I think. That's the front. Yeah. So I'm not with it today.
Let's have more coffee. It's either going to help or hinder, isn't it, really?
So it's going well. It is my 4-ply base because now I have added more bases to the shop. We'll get to that later. And I'm enjoying it because it's just plain knitting now, so of course I'm enjoying it. But I'm really proud of myself. I set resolutions, but I set craft resolutions every year. And my crafty resolution, New Year's resolution that is, this year was to learn brioche, which I sort of did, but it failed and I chucked it. And colour work, and the little bit of colour work on this means that I have achieved that. Very exciting. So quite pleased with that one too. Sort out my tangles now. And then, the problem with a mohair jumper and lots of piercings is that it there's plenty of room to be sort of like tickled by floating mohair. It doesn't help that I have a bunny who is molting still a little bit, and there's just like bunny fur just floating around in the ether in this house always. Right, next project is my socks. I'm not one of these people who, I could very easily be one of these people, but I'm really strict with myself and I do not let myself be one of these people who have like a million socks on the needles at any one given time. I have two or three pairs of sock needles, and I refuse to let myself buy any more because I know that I will just keep casting on socks if I have lots of needles. So I'm still working on my Hermione everyday socks. I think last time I showed you I had just finished my first sock, and I have since started my second. I am sort of almost coming to the point where I can start my heel. So maybe a couple more, I think like 2 or 3 more repeats, and then I can start my heel on that one. So it's coming along. I don't rush socks ever because they're a bit of a palette cleanser for me, so they're sort of picked up when I'm sort of burnt out on my other projects, on my larger projects, and I can knit a couple repeats and then put them away and not have to think about them for a couple of days, so it's never a rush to get them finished. This yarn is a mystery yarn on the cuff, just a green that I had knocking around nice, and I think it's got to be majority wool, but it's nice and durable, so I think that'll be good for the heel. And then the body of the sock is knit in the Miss Granger colourway from Yarn Lab UK, and it is a gorgeous yarn. I love it, it's just really pretty, and I as you are all aware by now, I'm a bit of a nerd because I'm knitting Hermione's everyday socks in the Miss Granger colourway using my Harry Potter stitch marker in my magical themed knitting bag. We do love a theme. So I'm not going to go through all the pins on this bag because I'm pretty sure I did all of them last episode. Defo just got lipstick on my bag, but never mind, wash out I'm sure. So if you are interested, they'll probably be linked in the show notes of last episode. I will put it on the information-y thing somewhere. I think it'll be up here. It'll either be up here or up there. So you can go find out where those are from. That's it for the whips that you've already seen. As aforementioned, I have started a few newbie projects. I've got a couple in the pipeline. Basically, I put a call out to my family going, if you want a knitted Christmas present now, let me know now, so I have time to work on it, basically. And all of them, bar one person, asked for hats, which is great because hats are nice and easy and we do like making them, so it's fine. I hope none of them actually watch this, actually. I don't think my brothers watch it all the way through. I know one of them, they've given it a watch, but I doubt they sit and watch me talk about knitting every couple weeks. So we'll be fine. I'll tell them not to watch it, it's fine. Beside the point, because I'm not even talking about those projects yet anyway. So, haven't cast them on because I'm waiting for some mohair to turn up. What I have cast on, however, is a lady I work with who is a gorgeous person inside and out. She, I think it was this time last year I knit her a cardigan on commission because she wanted something big and snuggly that she could wear because it gets really cold in the market where I work. And she's pretty much, I don't really knit commission work because quite a selfish knitter for lack of a better term, and I like to spend my free time when I'm knitting on projects for myself, or at the minute on projects for it's still for myself really. I'm knitting a sweater in my yarn, so I have a sample, but I mean I've knit it in my size so I can wear it, because what else, what other size would I do? That's just silly not to. But this lady, she is willing to pay the right amount for the right time. She's lovely, she deserves everything. She's incredibly knit worthy. So she's about the only person I will do this for. So she comes up to me and she says she wants me to knit her, I think her sister-in-law, another cardie similar to what I made her, because basically her sister-in-law tries to steal the one I've already made for her a bunch of times. So she's just, I think, just protecting her back a little bit. Just finding my notes. So I have just started it this week. It is a super chunky pattern. It is the main squeeze cardigan from Modern Daily Knitting in their 12th issue. You can find it on Ravelry. If you can't use Ravelry, you can also find it on their website, which I will link below. Again, I'm not going to link directly to Ravelry. I will write names and patterns so you can go and search for it yourself if you choose to. I'm not going to send anyone anywhere that could be harmful. So this is the main squeeze cardigan. I have just started the sleeve. I didn't swatch because I've mainly sort of used the sleeve as a bit of a swatch, so, and I'm getting gauged, so that's perfect. It's a super chunky pattern, but I am using two chunkies held together. The yarn I am using, again from our shop, because she picked the colourway herself, is James Brett Marble Chunky in number, they don't have names and it really annoys me, but it is MC34, and it is this beautiful, bit of a mess, beautiful multi-marbly, obviously marble chunky purple. I'm not usually one for purple. You'll find that I don't often knit purple for myself, but actually I'm really enjoying this colourway and it's looking lovely. On that I have my Kitten in a Teacup. Can you see that stitch marker? And that, I can't remember where I bought it from now, I will link below, but I do know that Mrs. Rabbit Yarns, I think I've said the name correctly, that will be linked below. She's a lovely lady. She had it in her shop as well, so everything linked. They are very sweet and I really like them. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Yes, I am really enjoying this project, and as it's a super chunky, it's flying. I've put maybe an hour's worth, 2 hours most worth of work in this. I think I actually put a little bit more in because I ripped some of it back at one point. Can't remember the reason why, probably gauge.
Attacking myself with needles now.
And it's just going to be so snuggly. I think they're going to fight over this one because I know what she likes. And the last one I knit for her, for the lady I'm doing this for, it was just a chunky, not a super chunky pattern. So this one's a bit chunkier, a bit cozier. That is that for that. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more on that next time you see it. If I ever give it to her before I show you guys, I will most def take a picture of it first so I can at least share a photo with you. My next and mohair. My next and final whip to share with you today is kind of exciting one. Toot my own horn there. You'll see why. I have last year, scratch that, we'll start from the very tippy top. I have a very unusual colour choice for my Christmas tree, and that is teals and golds and sort of like gunmetal-y silvers as well. Those tend to be the colours on my main Christmas tree, which will be here in a couple months. So excited. And I can never ever find decorations to match the colourway, because the year I bought my decorations was the very first year I had like an adult Christmas, and that was a very popular colour at the time, and it was gorgeous, and I drew to it really, and since then it's not been popular. So I haven't really had much of a chance to update my decor, and I've always wanted a build your own advent calendar that you can like put like chocolates in some days, like maybe a teeny little present on another day. My stepmom always did that for me and my sister, and it was just always really exciting, because like, yes, sometimes it was sweets, but sometimes you got like, and it was only ever little things like a little notebook or some like cheap lipstick, or sometimes it was really nice lipstick or something like that. Like it would be all sorts, but it was always, you knew you weren't just getting chocolate, so there was more of a surprise to it. And I've always wanted to make my own, or if not buy one, but I haven't been able to find the right colour. So last year from work I brought home a ball of teal and a ball of gold wool. The teal is, sorry for the mess, this has been ripped back and messed with, and Bunny has attacked it, so it is a little bit tangled right now, so you'll have to bear with me. This is the Stylecraft Special double knit. That is kind of coming out there. That's the right sort of colour there. This is in teal, easy peasy. And then this is the James Brett Twinkle double knit, and that is, oddly, these have colour names. This is soft beige, so it is like a goldy sort of sparkly yarn. So I brought these two home together with the intention of making an advent calendar for myself. Can't find one, we'll make one. However, this time last year I didn't have as much knitting knowledge as I have now, especially regarding construction, and I could not for the life of me find a pattern that fit exactly what I wanted. So they sat on my shelf behind me, hence they've been attacked by the bunny, because they are acrylic, so they go on the I'm not fussed shelf at the bottom, and Bunny attacks them from time to time because he, like his mother, is in love with wool. Can't blame him. Do get annoyed by him attacking my wool a little bit, but it's fine, he's cute, he gets away with it. And then literally about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was sort of, full disclosure, I was in the shower and I sort of went, that's how I can make it, and figured it out. Like it just sort of like clicked into place. So I pretty much came downstairs and started casting on, and just like ripping out and casting on and ripping out until I figured out the stitch count I wanted for the right size, and did a little bit of math and figured out what needed to go where, and I made this. Doesn't look like much, but it's just a little pouch, and my idea was originally to have a different stripe pattern for every day, which I can still do, but the idea was to be like, 1 stripe is day 1, 2 stripes day 2, 3 stripes day 3, you know, so on. But I couldn't really figure out how to do that without making the bag like massive. So now what I am going to do is have a different stripe pattern for each day, same. So this is day 1, or whatever day you want it to be. This is my next one, and this is my next one, and these are the only 3 I've made so far, because I've been like sort of playing around with colours and things. I've got another squiffy one sort of cast on there, bit of a tangle because I shoved it in the bag earlier. And what I'm thinking is, and I'm curious if anyone else would be interested, because I know this doesn't exist, not exactly like this at least, would you be interested in me writing it up and selling the pattern for it, possibly, because I have all my notes, I have pretty much the basic structure, I have all the stripe structures, so I don't really need to knit all of them to get a gist of it. And if I can get some testers sorted, I can make sure that at least one person has knit each. Like, I can give, like, you do day 1 to 5, you do day 5 to, you know. So would you be interested, basically? I ideally would like to get this out early November so people have at least a little bit of time to knit it before December. I'm really excited about it. I have literally wanted something like this for a while. I'm not sure what will go in there yet, but that is to come later. So let me know if you'd be interested, or if you'd be interested in testing this, because once I've written it down, it's pretty much ready to go and get tested. So yeah, let me know. Do you like it? Is it something you would like in your house? You can play around with the colours as much or as little as possible. Fabulous. And that is being held in a Primark bag that was gifted to me because it says Capricorn on it, of which I am a Capricorn. So that's it for whips. That means we are on to the next section, which is acquisitions. And I've got quite a few of those for you today, so let's get going. So first of all, I ordered a cheeky little sweaters quantity of yarn from Leo and Roxy, courtesy of the Gilmore Girls. I'm watching Gilmore Girls at the minute because it is officially autumn, and it is tradition that I watch Gilmore Girls every year around this time of year. So it's on the mind, sorry. Courtesy of the Grocery Girls and their discount code, I bought 3 of each colourway in the Eco Wool and Cotton blend. I love this part of it. The blend is 70% Eco Wool, 30% organic cotton and 100% good vibes. So
It's so windy outside today because we're in the middle of a storm. I forget the name of the storm. And I've just heard someone scream after a massive gust of wind, so that can't be good. Oh, God, I'm glad I'm not outside today. I can't see anything, so we'll carry on. We'll carry on. We'll be fine. I'm sure they're fine. Oh, it's just a group of young people shouting at each other. It's okay. No worry. No need to worry. It's fine.
So I bought 3 of each of these colourways. These here. I think that's pretty true. There. That's pretty true to colour. Now, I'm a little bit... miffed is the wrong word. I was a little bit disappointed. The picture on the website, as beautiful as these colours are, and I do really like them, but the picture on the website showed them like a considerable amount lighter. So my intention was to have another simple summer sweater with pale pink stripes, because I thought this would be much paler. It is much more of a wine colour than I thought. And I think that's more to do with the base that it's gone on than anything. So I think it's no one's mistake. My screen probably showed it wrong, so it's fine. So it was going to be a simple summer sweater. Now I think it's going to be a different pattern, of which I'm not 100% chosen. So I won't say which until I've figured it out, but they will definitely go together into a sweater as intended, because I do think they look nice together. So this colour is Rosewood. And then this didn't really have a colour, it was just a 4. So, but I do really like them. I'm sure you'll see them cast on as soon as all my Christmas knitting is over. And then on the theme of Leo and Roxy, the Grocery Girls collaborated with them and had their little sock set, and I could not resist. Look how gorgeous that colour is. Can you see all its glory? Oh, and the minis. That orange. Can you just, with that orange, look at it. I said to the other half that these will probably just be socks, and he was like, that's too beautiful, you can't just make it socks, you need to make it something that will be seen. And I think he's right, actually. Look, we live for this pink. And that little kit, I'm sure you've all seen on the Grocery Girls, but it came in a little drawstring sock talk bag, which I thought was very cute, and they also had some little bits in there as well, like a badge and a needle gauge and some little stitch markers. Ooh. There you go. So those are very cute, and it also came with a sock talk measuring tape as well, of which I haven't opened yet because I thought I'd be good and wait to show you. So they'll be tucked in my notions pouch in a minute. I have also this one admittedly was a little bit of an accident. So my card updated and I got my new one in the post recently, which means you have to go in and change all your card details everywhere you go shopping. Any normal person would do that bit by bit. I sat and did it all in one go because I'm a lunatic. And in Etsy I could not for the life of me figure out how to like go into my settings and change it. So I sort of like did a fake order of something from my favourites. Went in, changed the details, and then went out again. But I think a couple days later, it turned up in the post. So the what I thought was a cancelled order actually went through and ordered. And as I'm useless for checking my email, I didn't even see the confirmation email. So happy accident. We've got it. It's fine. We don't mind some extra wool. It's okay. So this is a variable difference. I've never ordered from her before. I've never ordered from them before. But I will be again because it's stunning. This is the Spooky colourway in the 100% Superwash Merino singles base. It is 100 grams gain, and it's got these like purple and orange like flashy speckles. So yeah, we're happy with that accident. No complaints here. And then from the Dotty Wool Co, I ordered a gobstopper from her self-striping sock in Back to School. And it is the image she has of this on the Etsy shop. Is it next to some, striver pencils? I forget the term, but the black and white with the red top pencils, black and yellow even. And I loved it and it was super cute, so I'm excited to cast those on too. And then, catch my breath, we have some pinnage to show you too. This is my new and beautiful Cosmic Girl pin from, bear with, oh, didn't even write it down. From Lisa Uni. I can't read it, but I will link it below. This is the Cosmic Girl pin. And I also bought from the lovely corner of craft again, because we all know how I feel about her and her beautiful stitch markers in particular. I bought the small business supporter pin that she has produced. I love it so much because this is what we are over here at Lazy Sunday. If we can buy it from a small business first, we will do that first. And then last but not least, I got one of her little wizardy stitch markers, and I had my eye on him from the moment she posted him on Instagram, and I just love him so much. He's so cute. So they will be going on some bags and in my notions pouch as soon as I finish up here as well. And then that is it for acquisitions. So all there is left now is shop updates. So let's get going on to that. So although I didn't have much in the way of finished objects or knitting to show you, maybe, depends on who you ask on how much knitting I had to show you, but I have been very busy in my beautiful tiny kitchen dyeing up a storm for you. So we will move straight on into the yarn. This, as mentioned earlier, there are 2 new bases in the shop. I was looking to introduce one but had an accidental purchase, so because apparently I'm good at those. So there are 2 new bases. There is a DK there is a basic DK and a luxe DK. So the basic DK is superwash merino and nylon, 75/25, just standard across the board, same as my sock yarn. Very basic, very reliable, double knit weight yarn. And then what I was actually looking to bring in is a 100% merino base, and that again is a double knit. So the merino 100%, let me tell you, you have never felt anything so soft in your whole life. It's so snuggly and squishy, and like you just want to, yeah, squishy is the word, you just want to smush it. It's so, and I will be doing all of my colourways on those bases. However, I think predominantly I'm going to set up the new colourways that I have to show you as a bit of a pre-order. I have some dyed up, so I had something to show you today. So there will be some active, like ready to ship orders. But just so I know what you guys want in terms of quantities, I will dye, once they have gone, I will dye to order. So I thought I'd show you this option as well. This is my Pancakes with Kiki colourway, which I've already set up as a pre-order on the Etsy shop. But this is it on the double knit 100% merino base. It is beautiful. I am obsessed with how this came out on a double knit. It just looks so much more vivid, I suppose, because there's more area for the colour to cover, and the merino just takes up the dye in such a different way. It sort of like sits on top, soaks in slower. It's really interesting to watch it differ so drastically. So yeah, it's available on multiple bases now, my Pancakes with Kiki, and that is a pre-order in the shop. I have also, let's do one-of-a-kinds first. I have a few one-of-a-kinds for you. Sorry. I have a couple one-of-a-kinds for you. I have 2 that were from some waste dye, so cannot be produced again. I have 1 of each of these. So I have a skein of, I have a skein of 75/25 superwash merino nylon in 4-ply or fingering, and a skein of it in the merino DK as well. And again, that is just 1 of each. Look how differently the colour took. Same dye vat. Same dye vat. Look at the difference. That's pretty much showing up kind of true to colour. It's basically that colour. It's a very soft pale pink on the double knit. There's a slight purple tinge to the merino nylon. This is called Ballerina. Again, get it if you like it. There is one of each of those in the shop. I will admit there was two of this one. I'm keeping one for myself because it's so beautiful and I can't recreate it again. So sorry, just one going in the shop. And then this one was a trial for another colour that I will be showing you in a moment. And I used too much black. I wasn't quite happy. It wasn't really what I was looking for. And that is, spoiler, one of these is called Hecate. This is Hecate Fail. Just be as blunt as that about it. Just too much black. It's still a very nice colour. I really like it, and I will be using one of these for my brother's hat because he says he wants a black. I refuse to knit in just black, so he can get as dark as this, and that's all I'm doing. Both of them are double knit merino nylon base. So I have introduced a new collection to the shop called the Underworld collection, and it is all inspired by Greek gods and goddesses of the underworld, and only 3 new colours at the moment. I'm looking to expand onto that because Greek mythology, there is a giant pool of inspiration there. And I'm a little bit sort of witchy, a little bit magic-y, and it's something I just pay attention to a lot. So I've got I can draw a lot of inspiration there. So Hecate, the mother, the maiden, the crone. Yeah, I think I got that right. The goddess of night. That is her colourway there. Some blacks and silvers in there with some purple, like violet-y speckles as well. This will be available on all 3 of my bases, and again there will be a pre-order option on there as well. There is also Hades, which I'm sure if you're a Disney fan you will know who Hades is. He is the god of the underworld and watches over souls of the dead, for lack of a better term. This is his colourway, a nice vivid bright blue with navies and some hints of silver in there also, and again available across all bases, and I will put a pre-order option on there as well. And then last but not least in this collection for now is, I think, my favourite of the 3 because we like pink here, hint hint, is Persephone. And Persephone is, in true Greek mythology form, is Hades' other half and also niece, because that's how it works in the underworld apparently. She's not really the goddess of spring, but I think she helps with spring. Persephone. So Google describes her as the Greek goddess of vegetation, especially grain, and the wife of Hades, with whom she rules the underworld. So she loves, I want to say persimmons, but I don't mean persimmons. Pomegranate. So I was going for like a reddy, vibrant, pinky, juicy colour. So it is a deep pink with hints of pale pink, reds, and a little bit of sort of olivey greens and rust colours in there also. It's my favourite of the new yarns. I'm obsessed with it. It might have to become something somewhere at some point for me, but we can dye it whenever we want, so they don't need to hold on to any of these as of yet. And again, available across all bases and will be available for pre-order too. So, last but not least in the dyeing, I have some Halloween, as we are now in October, some Halloween specific colours for you. These will be limited to Halloween and I will not be making them after November 1st. There will be a pre-order option on these for the month of October, but after November 1st you will not be able to order them, so get them while you can. And the first of these is a basic Halloween, gotta do an orange. So this is my pumpkin-y inspired yarn with like bright and pale oranges and black speckles, because orange and black, why not? Very simple. And that is called I'm Hollow Inside. Again, same rules apply across all bases, available for pre-order, but only in October.
And then, broke my genie lamp broke. Swinging my yarn around like a lunatic. We'll fix that later, it's fine.
There's no glass on the floor, is there? No, we're okay. So then, last of my Halloween colourways is Witch Please. This is my my ode to the season of the witch, because it is a very, you've got the witches coming out, which I'm very excited about. You've got the new craft film coming out also, again very.
What is this little curl doing? There we go. Oh look, he's back. Let's just like tuck him in.
It is the season of the witch, very clearly. So what does the media say a witch looks like? Green. So this is very true to colour. It is as bright as you think it is. It's this like hot, bright green with a black running through and some purple speckles in there also. So again, that is Witch Please, across all bases, available for a pre-order option too. So that's all my dyeing for you. Breathe. It's a really long episode, so I'm sorry about that. We have, I say we, like it's a multiple person operation. It's just me. It's fine. I like doing it on my own. It's okay. I have been working, I mentioned last time that I have been making some buttons, because my Felix cardigan with the multicolour neck to it can pretty much have whatever buttons I want with that, I think. So world's my oyster, but still can't find what I'm looking for, so I'm going to try and make my own for them. That, however, has led on to a little bit of an obsession with button making and polymer clay in general. So I've been sat most evenings for the past couple of weeks playing with clay on the sofa, to be honest. And I am introducing a range of buttons to the shop also, so I hope you are I hope you like them, basically. So I started off with making a couple just sort of like basic buttons to look pretty more than anything else. So we have the little lavender squibbles and some silver dotties. None of these have actual real names yet, so but they'll be pictured quite well. And we have the same sort of as the silver, but in a gold. And these are, I have checked with some of them, they do wash fine as well. So I then went on to start with some just some more exciting things. At least I found them more exciting. Now it's more enjoyable to make them. So which do I show you first? We have little mismatchy teddies to look like sweeties. One of my little gummy bears. There are some, yeah, we're stuck. Some pizzas. I keep calling them my vegan pizzas. And some moon. These definitely aren't moons. Some under the sea themey ones with a little starfish and a shell there. Some moons. Moons and stars. And then these, oh no, we'll show you these, some Halloweeny ones, which probably won't be in past October, but they are here for now, some little smileys. Some of them came out a little bit derpy, but that's okay. Who doesn't love a derpy pumpkin? And then I made a couple sort of foodie ones outside of the pizza, which I really liked. Some, as we are in Cornwall, some Cornish pasty buttons, like little toggles. I love these. They are so friggin' cute. Look. Do you see that? They are sold in packs of 6 every time, but I will just say, if you want a really weird number and I haven't got that as an option and you don't want to buy 2 packets, please just message me. I'm sure we can work something out. And that goes with wool as well. If there's something that you loved and isn't in the shop, message me, because if I have the capability to dye it, I will dye it. Just the only thing I will say is the Halloween colourways are only October exclusive. But anything outside of the exclusives, please message me. I'm happy to do that as well. I'm working on a commission piece at the minute for my commission dye for my stepmother at the moment. So I'm happy to take requests as well. Please do send me a message if there's nothing. If there's something really specific you're looking for and you can't find it, let me know and I'll do my best to do it. And then back onto the buttons, we have some cookies. Love my cookies. I love them. They're so cute. And then, ooh, some Eggos. And last but not least, in honour of Pancakes with Kiki, we have pancakes. So that is it. That is my new button collection as well, and they will all be on the shop Monday probably. Yes, I'll put a date down here. Trying to do some datage in my head, which doesn't always work. So that's pretty much everything I've got to show you today. Life update, there's not really much going on. I'm working a lot at the minute. This is sort of my busy time of year at work, because I work, for those of you that don't know, I work in a market, predominantly on the wool stall in there. Occasionally I will help out on other stalls as well, and there's a little bit of issue in there right now, so I'm helping out a little bit more than I normally would. So I'm busy there, I'm busy at home doing lots of dyeing and making for all of you lovely people, and knitting in any spare moment, as usual. In the meantime, when I am sat down once in a blue moon, I'm watching Gilmore Girls or I'm napping. So that's it really. Not much to report. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Enjoy your day and enjoy your knitting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It sends a little beam of happy straight through my heart. I will see you next time. Bye.